I used to look like this. Now I look like this. Should I keep cutting, or is it time to bulk again? Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paravella from ProPhysique.com, and sorry about the shirtless intro, but I want to show you what goes through the mind of someone who's trying to lose body fat, who's lost some body fat, wonders how much more body fat we should lose. I'm Paul Ravella. I'm a physique coach. I'm a fat loss coach, and I want to help you reach your goals. So if you want to connect with me, just click that link below, set up a free consultation. But my goal here is to help you with some answers to your questions, and maybe you won't even need a coach, because right now at 49 and a lifetime natural athlete, I have figured some things out that it took me many years to figure out. And so I really want to help you wherever you're at in your journey. So I've done over 1,600 videos. I plan to do a lot more. Drop your questions in the comments below. I'd love to address those questions and help you, or just answer the question there. Now, let me give you the question that I got, and then we're going to answer it together. I'm 5'11", 181 pounds, and maybe 18% body fat. Just cut down in the last 4 to 5 months from 198. So 17 pounds. Congratulations, man. Still losing weight week over week, but right now I'm struggling with when I should start reverse dieting and bulking back up again. Should I keep cutting until I'm at an attainable body fat percentage, or am I lean enough? Okay, so you're about 18% body fat. So let's talk about something, because I think early on in my life, I didn't think that this was maintainable. I thought, like, if I ever got to where I saw my abs, I would be suffering. When I tell you, I am the furthest thing from suffering. If you're not watching my Instagram stories, yesterday I ate McDonald's and ice cream. Now, I'm not saying this to say that you should always eat those kind of foods, but what I am saying is that once you get body fat off, magical things happen, guys. And it's so much so to the point where I'm starting to look into the research of just what body fat does. Body fat is inflammatory. It actually makes our health worse. Excess amounts of body fat are obviously going to cause real issues with, like, medical issues. But even so, what I'm learning as an athlete who, you know, I played sports my whole life and I got into bodybuilding, and I've always been interested in kind of figuring out the best way to look how I want to look. This is the best I've ever looked in my whole life at 49. And I've figured some things out. And what I think I've figured out is that while it's very hard to get body fat off, it can be tough. Once you get it off, things really start to change. And this has been something that over the last couple of years, I've really figured out. I stay like this now. Like, this is my maintenance. I'm not trying. I actually pulled cardio out. And so the question you asked about 18% body fat, my answer would be straightforward, be this: are you happy? If you walk and go on the beach and rip your shirt off, are you going to be confident, right? Or are you going to keep your shirt on? Are you going to wear like a sun shirt and a big hat? No. If you're not happy, then keep going, because I think for men, the sweet spot is somewhere between 10, 14% body fat, 12% body fat. There is a sweet spot there where we look pretty damn good, but we still have good size. We still have good performance. The closer you get to like a 5% body fat, where we're going to get on stage, which I'm not even close to that, as lean as I might look on camera, I'd still have to lose at least another 10 to 12 pounds of body fat to get there. And it's not a good feeling. So what I've found is that through this process, I'm actually performing and feeling better. I'm sleeping great. I'm training hard. All my extracurriculars, if you know what I mean, are great. And why is that? Because I've found this sweet spot where I can maintain, and I guess I'm somewhere in the 10, 11, 12% body fat. We can debate it, but I've got some pretty good details showing. I'm pretty happy. And I hit a little PR the other day in the gym on my pressing day and on my pulling day. So, like, what's the spot you should be? The most important thing, the factors that come into play are you happy with how you look, okay? Because once you get to a place where you're happy, maintaining is pretty easy. Now, for someone that's lost a lot of body fat, like you said, you've lost 17 pounds of body fat, what starts to happen is hunger picks up, you start to feel like you're missing out on some things. And so it may be worth taking a diet break or taking a recovery period where you bring your food up a little bit, maybe a couple hundred calories, you bring your cardio down, maybe cut it in half, and you just maintain where you're at for a little bit before you go for that next goal, whatever that number might be. And so if you do fat loss in phases, instead of just trying to go from point A to point B without taking a break, I can tell you the people that do that, well, they might be successful getting from point A to point B. Point C is going to come back up. Whereas if you go from A to B, come down a little bit, maintain, and then drop, you're going to notice you're able to sustain it much easier. In fact, it's kind of my entire philosophy now. It's how I coach people. It's how I treat myself. I never push fat loss to a point where I feel like I'm going to break. If I feel fatigue is setting in, sleep is an issue, my mood shortens, my performance in the gym is suffering, I give myself an opportunity to take a break. And so as much as I talk about the timeline is one of the most important things for fat loss, which is why, listen, our transformation challenge is coming up in September, right? We give away cash, it's open worldwide, and we've helped people make some amazing transformations. In fact, I'm going to show you, one of my favorites is Dan, right? And I'll show you a few more here on the screen. These are 90-day transformations. And the reason that they were successful is because why? We had a deadline, we had a structure, we provided meal plans, training plans, a private support group. They had the support. But really what's great is when you hear the follow-up interview with Dan a year later, and he's kept all the body fat off. Because why? He changed his lifestyle. He understands things now. And it's the same thing that I've learned. That's what I want to help you guys understand, is that the challenge of getting body fat off, dropping calories, raising cardio, is temporary. Once your body fat is off, you can keep it there as long as you just don't completely reverse course right away, and you gradually allow yourself to do a little bit less cardio, bring a little bit of food in each week. And I've talked about this in my reverse diet videos, my diet break videos. And again, if you need some guidance on this, is it something you can't do on your own? I got you. Put the link below. It's a free call. And the goal for us is just to help you wherever you're at, get to wherever you're going. And that's what I want for you, my friend. I want you to get from 18% down to whatever it is. If you're happy at 18%, stay there. This is a personal journey. Whenever someone asks me, should I cut? Should I bulk? It's all about your personal journey and what makes you happy. Okay, if you're not happy with how you look, keep going. See where you get to. If you run into a wall, there's your answer. If you get where you're going and you finally reach your goal, there's your answer. That's it, guys. I hope you're having a great start to your week, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.